Hi there, it's Julie from the Scrappy Tree, and today I'm just going to show you a little bit of a card making process using my Faber-Castell Pitt Artist Pen Big Brush pens. And these are just, I just love these. So these are just fun to use. And we're going to just kind of show you what you can do with these pens. And I'm not even scratching the surface of what you can do with them, but this is one thing that you can do with them that you will see today. Before I go into the project itself, these pens they have a big brush, just like in their name. They're a big brush pen. They do make these in a smaller size too, same color, smaller size. I like the big size, easy to hold, easy to work with. The tip is really nice. It's very firm. If you use Copic markers, you'll notice that you can those are not very firm. This marker does not do exactly what a Copic does, but I just kind of like the way it feels better. This brush, or this big brush pen, can do some blending. It depends on what surface you have. If you have something on top, like, okay, let me show you here. Let me see. Okay, so this is just regular paper. I can't really do much with it. If I have a different, this kind of has a coating on it. Oh, that one isn't gonna, that's gonna soak it into. We'll have to do another video on that. But basically what you do is, if you have like a gessoed surface, these are good for mixed media. If you have something for it to go on top of, you can really blend it and move it really well. Like, for instance, I colored this using the big brush pens, and I just laid down a bunch of my yellows, and then once I had the yellow, base yellow on, I could put another yellow on it, and I was able to blend it a little, and it was just, you know, something fun to mess with. I gotta put that on a card. But we're gonna stamp with the big brushes today. And I'll just kind of show you, this is how I store my, I'm in my dining room, by the way. I'm not normally working in my dining room, but this weekend it just kind of felt like a good home base. I just kind of drug down a bunch of stuff, and I'm working out of my dining room. So it's a really messy workstation. Like, look at that. I have to clean that up before tonight. So before dinner. Anyway, but this is how I store my big brush pens. I've got grays and browns and oranges in here. I almost have all of the big brush pens. There's a couple that I don't have, so if I would get any more, my storage method might have to change, because these drawers are pretty full. These are my greens and blues. I do have some of them out there. And then I've kind of got purple, pink, the reds, the yellows are in there. And in the top, I've got some miscellaneous things that I've stamped and colored with them. I've got the white. This is a hard to find pen too. This white big brush pen is really great. I love this pen, but the white one is very hard to find, and you can only get it for about $6, almost $7 for just this white pen. And with shipping, I ended up paying about $10 for this pen. But this pen is great. It can write over anything, and I love it, and it's good. It was worth it. Although most of my Pitt pens I get from dickblick.com, and they're a lot cheaper. They're a lot cheaper. So that's the place to get them, because they're under $3 a marker at dickblick.com, but other places they're $6. Including scrapbook.com and 2 Peas in a Bucket, they're $6. So for half the price, dickblick.com will get you the markers, and they're great. Anyway, I have the white up there, flesh, and another kind of flesh tone up there. So that's how I store it. Okay, so anyway, we should get to the stamping with them, because I'm running almost 5 minutes already. I have a stamp here, and this is a flower from my mind's eye. And I'm going to take my green, pop the top off, And I'm just gonna, and all you do is color on it. This, the big brush pens use India ink. They're safe to color on your stamps with. You shouldn't color Copics on your stamps. They're alcohol ink and can hurt your stamp. But India ink does not. So there's my flower. And again, I just did it on scrap cardstock there. Okay, and it's super easy to just brush them on. And if I wanted to layer colors, I could do that too. I use this for a card, so yep, so there's a flower. Excuse my hand there. Okay. Also, for a card, I used a little banner, and it's really hard to tell what it says because it's been used. This banner is from Studio Calico and Hero Arts. Okay, but I'm coloring on that. And I am doing this one-handed, so I'm like sliding my block as I'm doing it, but my camera girl is busy doing her homework, so I have to do this recording myself, and I don't have that tripod yet. So here is going to be an Oh Happy Day. Oh Happy Day. And when I made my card using these big brush pens, I stamped my flowers out, I colored them with my Pitt pens, and then I did use a background stamp for my card, and I colored this big background with my artist pens. And the India ink pens do stay wet for a while, so they're, you really just color on it and it'd be good there. But they stay wet for a while, so you don't, whoop, I lost my stamp. So you don't typically have to huff on them or anything. But if you do leave it for an extraordinary amount of time, then you might have to. Another thing you could do is just slightly spritz them with water if your stamp dries out. But again, don't do too much unless you want the watercolor look. But anyway, let me show you the card. Anyway, you shouldn't really have to huff on them or anything. This is the card that I made. Oh Happy Day, celebrate, celebrate, celebrate. All using the Pitt pens. And I just need to add the final gem here. And I'm going to be using my, my quick stick, the quicker picker upper. I kind of love this thing, and we're going to see how easy it is to do one-handed. Let's see here. Kind of difficult one-handed. Let's see. It would be a much quicker picker upper if I had the use of my other hand. Okay, there we go. And place that in the center. Okay. And I popped up my little banner after I had cut it out. I popped it up with dimensional foam. Yeah, get off there. Okay. So, that's my card that I made using the Pitt Artist pens. They're fun to play with, and I definitely recommend them. Hope you have a great day.